supersonic style.
In today's modern society, shops come in so many shapes and sizes. We got big ones, small ones, red ones, blue ones, quiet ones, loud ones, and even giant buildings with mini shops inside. But ever notice that even video games themselves have unique and charming shops? So for today's video, I'll be bringing you my personal top 10 shops/sellers in video games. Before we begin, I want to set some rules for today's video. One shop/seller per series. This said shop/seller has to be unique in its own way, so no generic ones allowed. Multiple shops will be allowed if they're all in the same game. And finally, the list will order the shop/seller by least unique and charming to most unique and charming. That being said, let's continue on with the video. Enjoy! Destiny isn't really known for its shopkeepers, since most of them are quite boring and generic. But Sir really stands out from the rest. Not sure why, but maybe it's the fact that he's just a very weird and mysterious character. Not much is known about him or his backstory. Even hardcore Destiny players don't fully have a grasp on who exactly he is. As for his shop, well, it's definitely special compared to the other Destiny shops. He sells exotic weapons and armor that can only be purchased with strange coins instead of the actual in-game currency, which makes the items that much harder to acquire. Also, did I mention that Xur says some of the weirdest shit in the game?
The Nine wish to speak to you. This is but one end. An end will come.
But most I
We
know
will
can
be
hold their
there.
own.
It is my will to speak to you. An end is here. There are no birds where I come from. The things that fly are like shadows. I understood my mission when the Nine put it in me.
Moving on. Splatoon, the home of the most sassiest sea creatures in gaming history, especially this little asshole. They will shit on you for not being fresh enough. Or in other words, being a scrub to not be able to pull off a 360 no-scope 420 blaze it. That's a real thing, right? Hashtag Vape Nation. After you start leveling up a bit and getting your name out there, they start being less sassy and start giving you the respect you deserve. Well, except for this little asshole. The reason I like these shops is that they have personality and really fit in on what they're selling. Like, here's an example. You see this dude and you can easily tell what he sells. Beanies, of course. Or this female. She obviously sells accessories for your head. Like this little asshole, for example. Yeah, okay, I think that's enough memes for one video. Moving on. Did you really expect me to make a list of shops and not include New Leaf in here? Literally 1/4 of the game is about buying and selling. The game itself has lots of shops as it is. But regardless, I'll be talking about the one that stands out the most, and that's the one and only Nuclean Junction. This shop is the only one that gets any type of upgrades, which makes it a lot more special compared to the other shops in the game. Every time you buy an item in the store, you're basically funding towards its next upgrade, which are a total of 4 upgrades. Every time you upgrade, the more items the shop is able to sell to you. Sort of like an actual real life store that's starting from the bottom. It also sells different items every day, making it seem even more realistic compared to real life shops. Well, excluding the fact that it's 2 very adorable twin tanukis that sell you the items. Who's the little cutest shopkeeper in the world? You are! Yes you are! You are!
We'll cut your chest open to devour your soul, and then we'll march towards your home to slit your loved one's throat, and loot the house for every single bell it's worth.
But first, we'd like to buy this brand new 50% off bed! Limited time only for today!
more sassy people. Yeah. Well, you can't really blame them. Nobody really likes window shopping, especially when you're the seller. The reason why I like these shops is because once again, they have personality. But the main reason of course is because the game does something that no other game has ever done. At least to my knowledge. So basically the only way to get stronger pins and clothes. So if you haven't played The World Ends With You, pins are basically your weapons, and clothes, well, that's very self-explanatory. It's armor, in case you didn't catch that. By the way, I really recommend you picking up this game real soon. It's really fucking good. Is to buy the ones that the shop has in stock at the moment. Doing so, this allows you to get closer to the seller and upgrade in the shop. So essentially the game is forcing you to buy weaker equipment so that you can experiment and choose which one fits you the most until you acquire better equipment, making this a genius tactic for business. Moving on. This might blow your mind away because this shop actually takes place inside the Evil Within's main protagonist's head. Maybe I'm just a numbskull, but I just can't seem to wrap my head around this concept. I mean, what kind of person in their right mind will come back again and again to let this machine inject them in the noggin just for a few fancy over the head upgrades? Really? And keep in mind that this dude is actually a regular human being, yet he just confronts the pain head on. Talk about being a cool-headed person. Moving on. I regret nothing! We can all agree that Star Fox Adventure was meh. The story was meh. The characters were meh. And the gameplay was meh. But for some odd reason, the shopkeeper in this game has this charm that I can't quite put my finger on. Maybe it's a sass that this dude gives you from time to time. Or maybe it's just because he's a ghost reptilian. How cool is that? But above all, this particular shop has something unique that I have never seen in any other game. And that's the ability to bargain with the shop owner. Talk about being a sly fox. Moving on.
Well, good. Now, hurry and choose something. Oh, get out.
Melee Shop was okay. Smash 3DS/Wii U is just as good. And Smash 64, well, it didn't have a shop. But Brawl, now Brawl was kinda different. Whether you like Brawl or not, you can't deny that this is probably the best shop out of the entire series. Not only is it a fun time waster minigame, it's also a very useful mechanic that helps you get closer to completing the game. So it's a win-win. Plus the music. Haha, the music, it is catchy. Moving on. I cannot, and I repeat, cannot stress out how hard it was to pick which Zelda shop is worthy enough for this list. Because my goddesses, there are a lot, and I mean a lot of good Zelda shops in the franchise. But at the end of the day, Town 2 shop from Link's Awakening wins the spot. Why? Because not only does this shop allow you to grab any item yourself, but it also allows you to choose between to buy or steal. Something like Trill's shop from Twilight Princess. If you steal and come back and show your face to the owner, you'll get attacked. Again, just like Thrill's shop, but instead of getting constantly attacked by a bird, you get instantly killed. There is no chance of surviving. Who's the real threat to the kingdom again? Moving on. This is probably the most special shop when it comes to scenery. It really gives this morbid feel to the area, and that's a good thing, since this is something coming out from a Mortal Kombat game. This particular shop allows you to move freely around the graveyard. And if you're anything remotely like me, then chances are you've wasted hours just browsing through every nook and cranny of the graveyard just for the hell of it. Moving on.
Welcome.
Did you really think that I'll leave out the man that inspired me to make this video in the first place?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
sure, he's not as mind-breaking as a fucking machine going through a person's head, or as shocking as a human being demolishing the Chosen One with a thunder blast. But you gotta give this guy props for 1. Isolating himself in an island filled with the most craziest psychopaths in the world. 2. Even when Doomsday has set motion, he still decides to stand his ground next to his passion. Talk about having determination. And 3. Thinking that somehow, someone with a sane mind will just magically appear from the outside world and buying his items due to the desperation of surviving and saving the world. Oh, wait.
Come back anytime.
Well, that's all for today. What shop/seller do you think is worthy of this list? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching, sayonara, peace, and take care. I'll see you guys next time!